Hi everyone, I'm Liz Miller with the More with Miller team at ERA First Advantage, and today I have David with me, who is the owner at 4644 Wood Tower Drive, which is one of our newest listings. And David, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite parts of your house. This is one of the most unique and one of the prettiest kitchens that I have ever been in, and it is like well, one, it's massive, so you can see yourself entertaining here. But you also have all of these very special elements that you guys handpicked when you built this house, right?
Actually, it was our second time around.
Second time building it.
Second time building it, right? We redid the kitchen.
Okay.
So we lived in it a while, and we figured out exactly what you want. You know how when you move into a house, you go, yeah, I think I knew what I wanted, but then when you're in it a while, you say, well, I really wish I would have, could have.
Yeah.
And we did that wish.
I love that.
We said, let's do it the way that we think we want to do it.
I love that. So walk us through it here.
Right. So ultimately we wanted a display area. You have things from your family that you want and that you want to see. You don't want to pack away. You don't want to put in a drawer. And so all of this was built to be that display area. Things for my mom, my dad, Lucinda's mom, her dad, things that you cherish and look at right here. You get to feel that every single day. But to do that, we went to find a cabinet maker, and we didn't find just any cabinet maker. We found a true custom cabinet maker where he came out and said, okay, exactly how high, exactly how deep do you want that cabinet? It's not a stock cabinet. He literally made the cabinet to fit the space.
And you can see these cabinets run all the way to the ceiling, and they have beautiful trim work at the top.
Right, and so he said, I don't want any fillers. I don't want any like gaps. I want to make it look like it was made custom to the space. So we first started with real cherry wood, and then he designed all this nice trim work and finish work, and you really have to be here to appreciate it. But every little edge of trim is custom to these cabinets. The lighting in there was another custom thing we did. We didn't want just a light at the top because how do you light through the shelves? We didn't want glass shelves, so you have to light each individual area, and we've done that with special lighting in the cabinets. Under the cabinets as well with LED lighting. It has different levels, so you can make it a little bit brighter, you can make it a little bit darker, and then the way that we ran the tile so that you don't have the common backsplash, but the tile creates the backsplash. And then the quartz countertops. And although granite is great,
quartz is sturdier.
Quartz is sturdier. It stands up to heat. It's not porous. You never have to seal it. You don't have to maintain it. If you spill wine on it, it doesn't stain.
Love it.
So the quartz countertops are all part of that. The drawer systems you can see are designed with built-in separators. So that instead of just a drawer where you're throwing everything in, if you've got your nice silver, you've got things already designed to separate it, and they're all soft close.
Excellent. I love, too, that this isn't in your dining room. So most of us have hutches that serve this purpose, and we put them in our dining rooms because that's where we have space. But you don't get to see them all the time. So I love that this is in your kitchen.
This is in the heart of the home. So you see this and enjoy it every single day. And plenty of outlets, because when you need to set up all those crock pots or do those warming trays, instead of putting a power strip, we've got plenty of outlets, and those outlets are all on different circuits, so you can't overload it. But that's just start. That's just phase one.
Right. This thing goes on and on.
Right.
The other thing that I wanted to note, too, is so for the people who didn't see our video downstairs, you have hardwired every room in this house, right? So if we wanted to install any kind of device permanently, you could do that.
That's right. Right on the network.
Right on the network instead of over Wi-Fi.
So that right over here, you got a little TV. It can stream, or it can be on cable, either way. But we've tucked that in. It's on a mount, so it's not sitting on the countertop, so you can clean easily. If you spilled something, it wouldn't go in it.
Love that.
So even these cabinets right here, you say, well, what can be custom about those? Well, we have extra deep plates. We have plates that required a 14-inch deep counter cabinet space. And so most cabinets, you couldn't put that plate in. You couldn't close the door.
Okay.
So when we had to build the cabinets, we had to build these cabinets deeper than normal for oversized dishes. Again, the same LED lighting, the same type of backsplash, the same quartz countertops. Went a little bit farther than that. We wanted a farm sink, but we didn't want it to be porcelain or something that was going to break, or metal, the stainless it wears. So we actually had them build our sink out of the same quartz. So you have a big farm sink, but it's built out of the quartz, so it just stands up to beating after beating after beating.
Love it. And you have a drinking fountain or a water.
Right. This goes back to that water purifier we talked about downstairs. So when you fill your pots up, you fill them up with purified water, not just tap water.
Very nice.
So from there, you've got things like a built-in trash can, and again, built-in drawers with dividers. All the drawers have dividers in them, so all your utensils are separated so that you have all this custom work inside. The same degree in trim. We get over here to the gas stove, and
which is massive, by the way. I know sometimes video doesn't exactly show just how large and in charge these items are, but this appliance is a beast.
Right. So, yeah, 6 burners, all different types of opportunities there. Big pot drawers on the bottom where you can store lots of pots and pans. They're very heavy built, so you can see all that stainless all-clad is holding up to the drawers, and they're still working just fine.
And I want to take a minute, too, to appreciate the design elements that are in here, because we don't just have the cherry cabinets. We've got some rich color in your island that's a little bit darker.
Right.
It adds a little bit of variation in color, and it's really just a standout piece in this room.
Right, so the island we painted a little bit darker, but we also, again, hid outlets within here. So if you wanted to set something up, or a toaster, so when you open up certain drawers and doors, you'll see that there's outlets hidden underneath there. So if you were cutting a ham here and you wanted to plug in your electric knife, bam, you can plug it in. The cord doesn't have to drape all the way over to the end, where typically the outlets are, and we do have those.
Right.
You just have extra outlets. Right.
You guys thought of everything.
And then movement in the kitchen. How is the spacing?
Right.
If you stood here, if you were here, you would see that there's a lot of spacing.
Absolutely. There's plenty of room for it, two or standing here.
Right. Right. So oven. You don't need it often, but you want that second oven.
Yeah.
You want that double oven for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But when they're on top of each other and you've got multiple people working, you can't get to them. So we separated our ovens, which allowed us to have bigger ovens than normal. So we put 2 oversized ovens in, one in the island, one here, a warming drawer, and then this is actually a microwave and oven. So it's another convection oven, or it's a standard microwave.
Okay.
So all that gives you the capacity to do just whatever you want.
Right.
I mean,
so obviously fantastic for entertaining. But this is a very large house, too. So there would be large families that would be, using these ovens every day. It's just a fantastic setup for anybody who does a lot of cooking.
The refrigerator, we didn't want the refrigerator sticking out into the roof. Right. And we didn't want to buy a counter depth refrigerator. It costs more, gives you less space. So we actually built the wall behind this as a cutout, and we'll show you in a minute, so where you can have a full depth refrigerator but push it back in the wall and no one ever knows, but you didn't give up the space.
Excellent.
And then
on this side.
The additional lighting here is we put in a lot of LED lighting around the room to highlight the front of the cabinet and give your workspace great lighting, and then the hanging lighting, and then even under counter lighting at the bar area here that you can switch on and off.
And the whole house has built-in speaker system.
A built-in speaker system. So if you want to turn music on while you're entertaining, you go to 10 different keypads to the house, press the power button, and turn music on and set the volumes per room.
Very cool. So now David's going to show us one of the secrets to the house, which is one of my favorites.
Behind the kitchen, You've got this nice wood opening area, but what you've got is a little wine prep or dessert prep area. It's really your choice. A little bit more glass cabinetry, a little built-in fridge that's got 3 zones in it for different wine or soft drinks, and then the storage, the cabinet storage, you'll see there's 6 doors in here. And this is where we picked up the space for the refrigerator because one of these cabinets is a little bit shallower, allow that refrigerator to go in, but you've got 6 cabinets full of storage, the same crown molding, the same LED lighting, but a little hideaway, if you will, and also a sink, so you can wash up or prep there as well.
Got it. Well, thank you so much for taking us through the kitchen. It is definitely one of the most beautiful that I have seen in the Tri-State area. If you would like to learn more about 4644 Woods Tower, you can schedule your tour with any of the More with Miller teammates. You can reach us at 812-568-0088, or you can reach us on morewithmiller.com.